Hi, everybody. Welcome to Fibocast, the go-to podcast for thought leaders, engineers, and tech enthusiasts in the telecommunication industry. In Fibocast, we deep dive into transformative technologies shaping the future of connectivity, from groundbreaking 5G communications to the unlimited potential of artificial intelligence and the Internet of Things. We explore how these innovations are transforming the way we communicate, operate, and grow. My name is Jim Morrish. I'm a founding partner at Transforma Insights, a firm of journalists, and I'm the host of today's Fibocast on exploring how AI-enabled applications have taken the lead at CES 2025. Today, we are in fact at CES 2025 on the show floor, and we're here to explore the latest innovations with Jim Engelson. Hi, Jim. Could you please introduce yourself and tell us about your role at Fibocom?
Jim, it's a pleasure to be here. Thanks for the introduction. Yeah, my name's Jim Engelson. I'm Director of Business Development at Fibocom here in the U.S. And as you said, excited to be here at CES on the show floor.
Thanks, Jim. So, we're here at CES. What's the most impressive tech that you've seen at CES 2025?
Yeah, it's, first things first, CES, I think just what impressed me the most is that it's fully back. It's a big show. Lots of visitors, lots of vendors. All the show's floor is full, so it's definitely back as a going concern. What kind of impressed me or caught my eye yesterday as I walked the floor was, a few things. Robotics. I definitely saw a lot of robot applications, whether it be, sort of personal or healthcare related or just sort of home related as well. Like I think I came across 4 or 5 different kinds of smart robot pool cleaners, for example. Like I didn't know that was such a big thing, but it was amazing. At the auto section, the push and the focus on autonomous driving. I mean, that's clearly evident. And then part of the reason why we're here today is to talk about AI, and that is by far a clear message that everybody's sending. But what sort of impressed me was AI pushing not only from, we're in the IoT space, but more and more into the consumer world. Quick example, I went to the Sony booth and, AI was very prevalent as they, had sort of interactive game demo, with live people on stage that then translated to a gaming screen live. It was quite amazing, actually.
Yeah, definitely. There's a lot here, and I'd agree with a lot of what you said. And it's similar to many of the things that I have noticed as I've toured the show. A lot of AI. That really can't be overstated. Particularly, and of course, leading with NVIDIA and their desktop and laptop GPUs, but many other things. Google TV using Gemini to aid interaction with the TV, and Samsung using Vision AI so you can search, for example, for an actor. Yeah, so AI really is diffusing into many situations now, and there's a lot more of it. That clearly a great significant uptick on the horizon. I noticed some interesting developments in smart glasses. Smart glasses have been with us for a long time, and it's always been one of those technologies that's never quite arrived. It seems like it might have taken another step to being something real and tangible and that people can use. And that both extends from more wearable, daily wearable technologies with embedded cameras and ChatGPT assistants to the more sophisticated cinema-style AR type solutions. And these things are going to be a boon for training and education in various situations like that. And of course, in enterprise situations, are very much an opportunity for onboard AI and 5G connectivity to get the most out of those glasses. So it's a great show. A lot's been happening. And I think our view both is that CES is back with a vengeance, which is great.
Yeah, absolutely. So maybe as we sort of shift gears on AI and focus back on IoT, you see a lot in sort of what you do. What are some of, some typical scenarios in the IoT world that, are leveraging AI that you're seeing?
Yeah, absolutely. So if we look at the convergence of AI and IoT, or as many would term that, and we're adopting the term ourselves, AIoT. The poster child for this really is CCTV, where there is, from my view, where you have onboard AI onboard the IoT device, performing things like image recognition and analysis, And what that means is that the CCTV device can send triggers and information and refined data, not just big fat data streams. And what that does is it significantly reduces the bandwidth required to support the CCTV camera. It enables more flexible placements of CCTV cameras. So, for instance, deploying these things on perimeter fences that are solar powered and that just need no wiring at all. And this really opens up the market in terms of flexibility of deployment, the lower cost of the devices, and of course, less people required for monitoring the feeds from these devices. I'm sure you've seen some examples too, Jim.
Yeah, in fact, your examples, it's just great segue to one of the key sort of use cases that we're seeing initially with quality inspections on the production line. So, we have an AI-powered industrial camera that's connected. It has, 4G, 5G, Wi-Fi connectivity built in. And, these production line cameras are then, in real time, analyzing the production line for any defects, anomalies and whatnot, and then making real-time decisions to then flag a product for removal or trigger some sort of event on the production line, maybe a stop to correct things. But yeah, like these AI-driven cameras or CCTVs are really in the forefront right now. And from a Fibocom perspective, we have an entire lineup of smart AI-driven modules that support both 4G, 5G, as well as Wi-Fi, and also include powerful CPUs, GPUs, and computing power that then can make these sort of real-time decisions on the edge, just like we were talking about. So, they come in different flavors in terms of platform support, whether it be Linux, Android, or Windows. So they really support a vast array of opportunities for use case deployments.
Yeah, I mean, certainly there's huge potential there, as you've outlined very eloquently. Focusing specifically on AI and IoT integration, can you comment on some of the key technologies, such as, for instance, machine learning, machine vision, on-device computation, large language model training for industrial use, and so on? And what about the impact on cellular connectivity models, customers, business models, and so on?
Yeah. Definitely, this is all impacting business models and cellular use case. You kind of alluded to it earlier on that is the ability to make decisions on the edge and have a lot of that sort of data being dissected, at the edge. And then it's only the relevant data that needs to be sent back has really allowed for less data overall to be sent through the traffic, which means, better business cost opportunities for the user, easier to get to the cloud, easier to retain from the cloud, stuff like that. In terms of, some of the key technologies that we're seeing here, as you alluded to, like one area that we see is up and coming is sort of smart retail. As an example. So there's sort of multiple opportunities here, but you could have an AI-driven camera with cellular backup, but then, for example, when a customer enters, say, a supermarket, this camera can do facial recognition, thereby identifying the customer and pulling up profiles in terms of, shopping habits, what typically they buy. And then this could be communicated to in-store, maybe robotic, assistance or any other sort of navigational assistance that then could help guide the customer to where they want to be or where they need to go. Another example might be AI-powered shopping carts that are also connected through cellular connectivity. So, customer comes into the supermarket, starts filling the cart with the goods. There's a real-time sort of tally in terms of what the total bill is, where they're at. And then when the customer is ready to check out and they have everything they need, they can execute that transaction right at the shopping cart level. Thereby sort of alleviating the need to go line up or queue up at the checkout, allows the store to better utilize their employees and staff as well.
Great. I mean, there's a lot of opportunity there, for enhanced business models and value added for consumers, even extending to cellular connected shopping carts, which I have to admit is something I had not heard about until now. So AIoT will turn up in places that many of us just don't even know it's going to be there. Yeah. So what's Fibocom's role in this fast evolving marketplace? How's Fibocom, empowering customers to with value added AI empowerment?
Since this week here at the show, Fibocom has made two relevant announcements surrounding AI. First is AI Stack, which is kind of a set of firmware code aimed at simplifying the ease of AI integration into a number of devices. Not only ours, but customer devices. So this offers compatibility with existing AI frameworks like TensorFlow or Onyx, and AI models for whether it be audio or LLM, so forth. So the whole intent here is to improve, AI introduction and time to market into devices. And then along with that, today we announced AI Buddy, which is a portable device that has one of our smart cellular modules embedded in there. This works globally, but it has a screen along with sort of natural voice recognition, integrated chat GPT. So it's kind of a personal AI companion that one can carry. So whether you're traveling and you need some translation assistance, or you need help finding a restaurant nearby, this can all execute that directly from the AI Buddy device, which runs our Fibocom AI stack. Some other areas that were evolved in with AI, smart home. It's another popular topic, and actually we've seen a lot of it here at the show. But Fibocom is very successful in the CPE market worldwide, and we do a lot of business with our partners, the carriers around the world. And what we've recently done is add AI capability to our higher end 5G modules based off Qualcomm's new X75 chipset. And these are then embedded into CPEs for home networking. So these home CPEs not only now provide, home internet connectivity, but now, carriers can leverage this AI functionality to then have it become like a smart home hub that's connected. So, that's very cool. And then, lastly, we're not last but not least, we're also involved in things like smart robotic lawnmowers, which I've also seen a few here on the show. So it's definitely an emerging market, whether it be, pool cleaners, as I mentioned, or lawnmowers. But yeah, having an integrated AI cellular module built into these lawnmower robots, along with sort of higher end RTK, GNSS type functionality, where we can get sort of centimeter level, location definition. This allows for sort of advanced lawnmower cutting, and whether it's just your backyard or a larger space, like 1,000 square meters, for example, the opportunities are sort of endless here. Fibocom is very busy in the AI space. On that note, maybe I can throw one back at you. And we've talked about sort of what we're seeing today around AI, but in your mind, what are you seeing coming in the next sort of 3 to 5 years? What's your vision here?
Well, I think a lot of if we focus specifically on AI in the context of IoT, so AIoT, we've mentioned a lot of the benefits through this discussion. You've outlined a lot of them. It's probably worth just pulling that together, I think. So in general, there's an opportunity for improved performance. So you can have devices with real-time responses and also resilience in case of wide area connection goes down. There can be compliance and privacy benefits in terms of the data staying on the device rather than being backhauled off the device to cloud environments. And also there are significant opportunities for reduced operating costs. So things like reduced bandwidth utilization and opportunities for preemptive maintenance on more complicated equipment and many of the value-added services that we've discussed, I think, during the session. So there's a lot of opportunity, and it's developing very quickly. We as a company, so Transforma Insights, we actually have put together some really very detailed forecasts of AIoT, assessing something like 270 applications. We've come up with a figure of about 9.1 billion AIoT devices in the marketplace in 2033. So that's a CAGR of about 20% from today. So pretty significant. And in terms of penetration of IoT, that's from about 9% today to 23% in 2033. And obviously led by things like televisions and natural language processing on smart speakers and just many devices, and the robotics and the lawnmowers and the pool cleaners, all of these things. They add together to become a really very significant opportunity. In general, though, the use cases that are leading adoption, the primary use cases that really justify putting AI on an IoT device, strike us as being basically image processing and analytics. And once you've got that, there's all sorts of other things you can do, like exception and identification if people move into areas they shouldn't. But image processing and analytics is the core. And the other core AIoT application really is natural language processing. And again, once you process natural language, there's a lot you can do with it, like translating it, for example. So what are your thoughts on the impact of AI and how that's changing IoT?
Yeah, you definitely struck a chord there with your insight, and it's rings true to what we're active today with. We talked about the cameras and whatnot, but going forward, we talked a little bit about the business models and some of the benefits that customers can get from AI. Things like lowering data rates and the amount of data usage and whatnot. And the ability to push more decisions being made at the edge. And I think, more and more, we're going to see more devices take advantage of that. So it's not just cameras like today, but, tomorrow it's going to be more sensors. So, we're going to kind of go down the food chain, which just means more and more devices, as you alluded to, that are going to be out there connected and leveraging AI. So I think it's a huge opportunity.
Absolutely. I definitely agree. Jim, this has been a fascinating conversation, and we could continue for a long time, I'm sure, but we are running out of time. Do you have any closing thoughts?
Yeah, first of all, I wanted to thank you for your time and for sitting down with us. It's been a great discussion. Really enjoyed your insights into AI and the IoT world. And, we're looking forward to seeing your predictions come true over the next couple of years. CES is really showcasing AI this year, and I expect it to be even tenfold next year. So I want to thank you for bringing your insight to not only myself, but our audience. And for anybody who's interested, learning more, feel free to reach out. Not only you can check out our website at fibocom.com, but also reach out directly. And, we'd love to connect and share more about what Fibocom's doing in the AI space in your local market.
Thank you, Jim. And thank you for your time. I've definitely enjoyed the chat and the insights, even extending to connect shopping carts. So that's the example I'll be storing for reference in future, no doubt. And thanks to everyone out there. Thank you for listening. To hear more, join the Fibocast, Fibocom's new podcast coming to iotnow.com. Look out for more details on the Fibocast on social media and web channels. Thank you, everyone.